Hey everybody, this is Mike Biddle. I'm coming back at you this October 2022 with a little bit of something different. This is actually about Christian Brothers Automotive. This actually was the Knoxville, Tennessee location, and this estimate was from 2017. So you asked me, why would you be doing a video in 2022 about an estimate from 2017? Well, let me tell you why. So recently, my fiance's Jeep had some issues, so we took it across town to a place called Just Jeeps, and they've changed their name now, but in any event. Not going to bore you with all the details, but we had a bizarre situation happen there. When I ended up talking to the owner, turns out that his technician worked for Christian Brothers Automotive back when this story I'm about to tell you went down. So 5 years later, he's still gossiping about it and lying about what actually happened. So this is cut and dry. It's not even subjective. I mean, it's just, you know, what happened, and it's not about high prices or, you know, what I feel like was rude, not rude. They actually I took my Mustang in there. I had not had it. I bought it a couple months prior. The AC stopped working on it, and took it into Christian Brothers Automotive in August of 2017. They told me that the AC compressor is not engaging and is leaking. Recommend replacing AC compressor, blah, 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 blah. And it gave me a whopping $1,800 quote, which this is going to be subjective, but before you have these people do any work, go somewhere else. This, even if I would have needed a compressor, which I actually didn't, I'll tell you about that in a minute, you can get it done for way cheaper. And all this stuff about how they're amazing and their parts are amazing, they don't make the parts. They just buy them from somewhere, just like every other shop. And they don't have Richard Petty's, crew, working for them either. As I just told you, these people bounce from dealership to dealership, from shop to shop. The guy that was working there is working at the Jeep place now. Anyway, so basically what happened is I decided not to get it fixed right away because it was about to be fall and winter, and I wanted to make sure that I was able to test it out thoroughly under the warranty. So I got it fixed in March by another business I saw a Google ad for. Told them about the estimate, the compressor was bad. This place ordered a compressor, had it all ready so they could do the job quick. Guy calls me, his name's Bryce, about an hour later. Says, your compressor works just fine. Oh, at that point, obviously, I was not happy. Because it was already a red flag that they try to charge me double what everybody else was going to charge me. And they were more expensive than the dealership. But to find out that the compressor was not leaking, and by the way, I still have the car 5 years later, it still has the same compressor and it works just fine. It's the one that was put in the car when Ford made it. So that's called a lie. I did not need a new compressor. So I reached out to the owner of this place, Corey, which that's easy for me to remember because that's my sister's Maltese's name. But anyway, he, instead of just saying, oh man, I'm really sorry, we dropped the ball. I actually have the recording. I may put it in this video so you can listen to it. He's offering to meet me to have a beer. And I'm like, dude, I don't drink anymore. So when he finds that out, he says, oh, I wasn't saying a beer. I think that's called gaslighting. When you tell somebody something and try to convince them that you didn't say it, that's called gaslighting.
Can meet you out somewhere. I'd be glad to buy you a beer, but I just wanted to talk about it and see if I could just clear anything up. I wasn't saying a beer. Like if you want to go to Panera and get coffee or some kind of tea or something.
You said the word beer. I did email the company founder, Mark Carr, in Texas. Crickets. Never heard a peep out of it. They don't care. As a matter of fact, I actually ran across a franchise article from another franchisee, Jeff Toth, where he was talking about how they're granted freedom and independence when it comes to running their business. So in other words, they don't have any accountability, and that's how I perceive that. The problem with that in a franchise is you do get a bad reputation that affects everybody throughout the whole franchise. Anyway, so I emailed them again recently to tell them that, you know, you guys are the gift that keeps on giving. You know, not only did you screw up, but your former staff are running around town, you know, slandering me, acting like I did something wrong. You know, I'm a troublemaker because I exposed you like I'm about to do now. And, you know, if you research reviews from former employees, oh my gosh, listen to this. Worst company I've worked for, terrible manager that screamed and yelled at employees. This is in Woodlands, Texas. Company uses God as a way to maximize their profits. Terrible company to work for. By the way, that's Jeff Todd's thing in his franchise interview. He's talking about how they did Bible studies during COVID to keep everybody's spirits up. I guess it didn't work on his manager, according to this employee. Another completely different location in Fayetteville. Worst place I've ever worked. Franchisee was the worst kind of crook. I would never suggest anyone work there. I mean, oh my gosh. Go read about their drug testing policy. None. People are like, oh, it's good. It's okay to use here. Here's a good one from Fayetteville also. Amy Taylor. She went in there, wrote a 5-star review, which, by the way, that's what's scary about all this. I could have asked them to went ahead and approved the work, and I would have got my car back, AC would have worked, I would have been happy. Wrote a 5-star review. That's what's scary about this. The only reason that didn't happen is I had the protection of God over me, and protected me from getting ripped off and getting a compressor put in I didn't even need. It's like, then you go from the OEM compressor to some Chinese part, probably. Anyway, so she wrote a 5-star review, and then realized that her tire was leaking the next day. She got a flat tire. She takes it to Big O Tires and finds out that the valve stem had been severed, probably while they were fixing her car, and they tried to glue it back together, according to her. I mean, whatever. I mean, since she's downgraded her review, that's what's scary about these reviews, is how many things people wrote a 5-star review for a repair they didn't even need, like what's going to happen to me. And they're real nice. You know, when you go in, you know, I'm not a good singer, but I can imagine, you know, them singing, Jesus loves me, this I know. Give me your keys, I'll take your dough. Rich or poor, it's all the same. You've been warned, so don't complain. Show me the money, show me the money. Show me the money, we'll give you a ride home. So with that said, I did that to make this review memorable, which, by the way, is protected under the Consumer Review Fair Act in 2016. Man, at the least, go get a price somewhere else, and then if that don't convince you to go somewhere else, I don't know what will. All this stuff about how they're just so amazing and they have this wonderful warranty. No. Go somewhere else. You can get a warranty. You don't have to pay outrageous prices, and all under the guise of, you know, Jesus loves you. All right, so that's it. If you're asking, is this okay to do as a Christian? Heck yeah. We're not doormats. You know, that more of this needs to go on in our world. People are scared to death to say anything because, you know, repercussions, retaliation, whatever. Don't be scared. We need to stick together and protect each other. Also, if somebody's done you dirty in your lifetime at church or when you were a kid and said they were a Christian, you know, let me just tell you something. That's not God doing that. A lot of people don't like to hear this, but everybody does have free will. And don't blame God for something that somebody did that he says not to do. There's tons of good Christians out there. There's honest people out there. There are people that are genuine, but you know, it's just part of it. You know, it warns about it in the Bible. But don't be mad at God for something a person did. Just like it's not fair for somebody to be mad at you because something your coworker did. You're not responsible for what your coworker does. You're only responsible for what you do. So anyway, hopefully that helps. If you like this video, give me a like. Subscribe to my channel if you want some more videos about various topics like UX trucking, slots, acting videos, just technology, SEO, all sorts of things. I do a little bit of everything. A lot of repair videos for items around your house. All right, peace.